Good morning, how is everybody doing today? Brian here from Costa 365 for my first true park day of the season, not counting cruise ships, not counting media day. As you can tell, I am at Lake Compounce in Bristol, Connecticut, one of my home parks. And why am I here? I'm actually gonna do kind of my first true vlog for this channel, but also for an update, because if you remember, I believe my February 27th review last year of the 1927 wooden roller coaster Wildcat, one of the oldest roller coasters in the world, but pretty universally seen as one of the worst roller coasters in the world. That's getting a 1.32. But literally days after I posted that review, Lake Compounce announced we're actually closing Wildcat for the 2023 season to completely retrack it from Gravity Group. So I'm very, very intrigued to see how Wildcat is running now after the retrack. It is back open. They retracted, I want to say 2016, 2017. It didn't work. It didn't work. So let's hop on some Wildcat. Let's hop on some Boulder Dash. Of course, you don't go to Lake Compounce without a Boulder Dash ride. And they also added even more Titan track from GCI this past off season. I think 280 feet of track from them. If it's open, we'll see if it's open. And never a guarantee here for Boulder Dash. We'll hop on some Phobia Fear and I'll give you a little tour around Lake Compounce for this vlog slash update. So I'm excited. Spring is here. Warm weather's coming. I think this is the first time I'm wearing a hat. The hair's a mess, guys. I need a haircut. All right, so enjoy the obnoxious Boston attire today. Anyway, let's head inside, see what Lake Compounce has to offer in 2024. One of my biggest pet peeves about Lake Compounce: $30 to park. Disney is cheaper to park than Lake Compounce. America's first amusement park, 1846. Not a lie, Lake Compounce is the oldest continuously operating amusement park in the United States. This is one of the funnier park maps that I've seen. I love how the wooden Boulder Dash and Wildcat is just seen with a steel track here. Look at look at Phobia Fear and the boomerang. It's just stick figures. Way to make me laugh, Lake Compounce. Also, I would have recorded that intro here because it's a lot prettier, but as you can tell, the music is bumping. Aha, though, that is one of the best songs of all time. Well, that answers my Boulder Dash question. Apparently, it's not ready yet. I like how they say Titan track, though. The regular public would not understand that. Us enthusiasts do. Apparently, Zoomerang is returning in the summer. Don't know what that's about, but I guess we're just going to be here for Wildcat, guys, but that's still one of the prettiest entrances of any park in the U.S. This new Main Street section right near the front entrance of Lake Compounce, really, really well done. I think they redid this about 3-4 years ago. I'll give you credit when due, Lake Compounce. This looks really, really nice. Phobia Fear coaster, baby, from, not my memory, I just know, the best Skyrocket 2 by far that I have ever been on. I still need to hit the one at Discovery Kingdom this summer. I know that one also doesn't have comfort collars. This one, of course, does not have those comfort collars, and why it is so much better than Tigris and Tempesto and Electric Eel. Phobia Fear is so good, like I said, compared to the comfort collar Skyrocket 2s. Oh my God, what a completely different ride experience it is without those comfort collars. The airtime you get going up into that zero-G roll, and then the zero-G roll itself without those collars, it's honestly one of those moments you're like, oh my God, I actually need to hold on here or I'm gonna fall out. So terrifying, so good. That is, I hope the one at Discovery Kingdom is also as good, but Phobia Fear, just a class above any of the other Skyrocket 2s. There it is, the beautiful Boulder Dash sign. Usually always accompanied by one of these signs, but I do appreciate the Titan track shout out. But this thing has been closed more often than it's been open on my visits. And I live like a half hour away, so that's like not a good thing. You used to never, ever be able to see Boulder Dash's drop. But as you can tell, you can actually see some of the trees they cut down, which is kind of unfortunate. I think it's gonna ruin the night ride effect. I think it's still gonna be, I haven't been on at night since they retracked this thing. Yeah, there is your drop of Boulder Dash. A view you used to not be able to see at all. believe they got a new little sign here for their flume, which is surprisingly open today. You know, Boulder Dash, Zoomerang, Wildcat just went down. You know, standard Lake Compounce day, but their flume's open. Am I gonna go on? Nah, no, not today. The famous Lake Compounce / Palace. This ride is temporarily unavailable. Sign, this is for Zoomerang, their boomerang. Weirdly, one of my most watched reviews last year. I don't know. I will give Lake Compounce credit though. They are always making sure this thing looks as sharp as possible. Especially those trains. Love that paint, love it. Okay, not sure if this is new at all, but if you get a season pass, I believe a gold pass for Lake Compounce, you get a complimentary soda bottle that includes free drinks for the entire year. It used to be free period like Holiday World, but it is what it is. I got myself a platinum pass. If you didn't know, Lake Compounce is a palace park. If you get that platinum pass, not only can you get into Lake Compounce, you can get to Storyland in New Hampshire, Kennywood outside of Pittsburgh, Adventureland in Iowa, I believe Idlewild in Pennsylvania, Dutch Wonderland also in Pennsylvania, variety of water parks. I might be forgetting another amusement park in there, but it's a decent pass. I think I'm paying like 35 bucks a month for 4 months, so it's like 150, 175, whatever it is. If you plan to travel to those parks, I highly recommend. Hell, even if you're in New England and you're gonna go to Compounce and Storyland, it's worth it. Living in New England as a content creator now, it's kind of required that I get a Lake Compounce pass. So, beautiful day here. Late April, I'm recording this. The idea is to release this a few days from now. So, I wish Boulder Dash was open. Dang it. Leo's Lunch, I believe. I'm not a Lake Compounce historian, but I think this is a brand new restaurant. Leo's Dessert at the lake. And by the way, Dell's Lemonade, that is a Rhode Island specialty. The best frozen lemonade in the world. That is not up for debate. Low-key, one of the best attractions here at Lake Compounce is Ghost Hunt. One of the better shooters that I've been on, especially at like smaller parks. This is actually a really, really fun shooting ride. I'd even say it's better than like Boo Blasters that you would see at like Kings Dominion, Kings Island, Carowinds. Don't miss this one. This is definitely a new change at Lake Compounce. They actually have electronic wait times. There was one at Boulder Dash as well, even though it's not open. They had one at Ghost Hunt. That is a very, very welcome change. Love seeing that. This is actually a very underrated drop tower called Downtime. Cool little clock theming right there. And you actually get some really, really good views from the top of this thing. You get views of the mountain on one side. You get views of the actual Lake Compounce from another side. And then from that side, you actually get a view of the campus of the once great television network called ESPN, which, yes, fun fact, is across the street from Lake Compounce. This section of the park apparently is closed off right now, but little did you know, this is a section of the park. It's one of the most random paths in any park in the country. If you keep going down and down and down, way past the end of Boulder Dash, little did you know, you might not have known, there's a rapids ride back there. There's actually a rapids ride at Lake Compounce. It's one of the most isolated rides in the world. There we go. Ooh, they got a new sign too, a whole new entrance. This is, I recorded that review, I believe, October of 22. So it has been over a year and a half since I've been on Wildcat. It's looking good. It always looks good. How's it riding though? That is the $1 million question. You can see even the beginning of the ride before the lift hill. That new gravity group track. You can see it right there as well. Both of those hills. Actually, 3 of those hills if you keep looking farther and farther away. That is a gigantic spider you just saw in the shot. right, all the review, the update you have all been waiting for. I just got off the new Wildcat, not once but twice. Once in row 5, once in row 3. Guys, it's so much better. Holy crap, it's actually pretty dang good. The newly retracked sections, airtime, and not just airtime, some legit airtime moments. You get some floater, there's one ejector hill. This ain't a one anymore. This is far from one of the worst coasters in the world. If I had to rescore it, I'd consider 6s and maybe even 7s if they finish the job, because there's still the last section of Bunny Hills into the brake run. It's not done yet, and it still reminds you of what Wildcat was. It's a rough go coming back into the brake run, but the newly tracked sections, so freaking good. Honestly, it reminded me of those smaller family style gravity groups like Wooden Warrior, Rorosaurus, Kentucky Flyer, Oscar's Wacky Taxi, Bobcat coming to Great Escape. If they can finish that last section, I don't know if they'll do it this year, maybe next off season. What a little 1-2 punch you got with Wildcat and Boulder Dash. Maybe the best 1-2 wooden punch in the Northeast and one of the best in the countries. What a little pairing this is now with Boulder Dash. Get out to Lake Compounce, guys. Try Wildcat again. Its status as one of the worst roller coasters in the world is gone. They finally had a successful retrack, unlike what happened in 2016 and 2017. Great airtime. Now, if they can get 2 trains going on that thing, that would be the baby steps, I guess, right? Baby steps. Wildcat. Wow, we got another good wooden coaster here in New England. Let's go. Your new ride is so much better. You did so good this off-season. I'm so proud of you. Thank you. So there's your update of what's going on here at Lake Compounce in 2024. Wildcat is back to its old school glory from 1927, maybe? It's running as well as it has in decades. That is a promise that I can guarantee you if you head out to Lake Compounce this summer. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this kind of vlog, update, review. I don't even know what it was. You can definitely expect more videos going forward, especially live in the parks now that it's getting warmer and now that I'll be traveling a little bit more. Not as often as last year, but in some really, really exciting trips coming up in the later part of the year. Stay tuned to that all. I love you all so much. Like, comment, subscribe. See you next time, guys.